The wildcats sat awkwardly in the protected area of camp near the nursery. Sparrow stood next to Wildheart, who seemed extremely anxious to be here. Her tail was flicking around, the ground under her paws was practically dug up with her kneading, and she wouldn't meet anyone's gaze, not even Sparrow's. Skip wouldn't meet Sparrow's eyes either, but Sparrow could hardly look away from the old Tom. He looked almost embarrassed of himself, and it was difficult not to notice the huge brown she-cat that sat next to him. What exactly had happened since he had been away? Olive didn't seem to be in the nursery, so he had assumed she was in the healer's den. Surely she'd had her kids by now, but no one seemed to be talking about it. His mother looked tired, her nose still running, but her head was held proud, and Frostbloom had told him it was only white cough, and that she would be fine now. Shorttail was the first to speak. His age seemed to be getting to him, and he didn't stand up, even when addressing the others. So, I can only assume that this is Wildheart? The heart of the wild that Frostbloom has been looking for, he rasped. Sparrow didn't know what to do, except nod. The others looked at her, as if asking themselves, well, what's so special about her? It was a fair suspicion to have, Sparrow thought. But he'd seen something that was off about her. Something that made her the cat Frostbloom was looking for. The silver healer stood and walked up to the young she-cat with confidence. The ancient warriors have spoken a lot of you. They asked me to find you. Why? Wildheart seemed to flinch at the mention of the warriors, and her gaze intensified, still focused on the ground below her. Frostbloom tilted her head. Why are you so special to them? Wildheart flinched, and her claws stopped digging at the earth, as if she'd realized the damage her own paws had done. She shook her head helplessly. I don't mean anything to them. I'm just the cat unfortunate enough to have been targeted by one of their spirits. Uncertain glances were shared by the watching cats. The talk of spirits, ghosts, and ancient warriors sounded like kitten tales, but Sparrow didn't miss the hint of uncertainty in some of the cats. What do you mean by this? Frostbloom asked, her voice as steady as always. For the first time since getting back to camp, Wildheart looked into another cat's eyes. But her gaze didn't lock with Frostbloom's. She looked to her side, where Sparrow stood. Ever since I was young, I've had this anger in me. As she spoke the words, Sparrow felt that same chill run down his spine, as he remembered the ferocity in her voice while fighting that kitty pet. Whenever I get too overwhelmed, it's like the water I've been desperately trying to hold myself above swallows me whole, and then I'm not myself anymore. It was clearly hard for her to be talking about this, and hesitantly she looked over at Frostbloom. At night, I have these whispers. They're even stronger when the warrior has gotten control of me recently. Usually it's just about the warrior code, true warriors, as well as Wildheart, the name it calls me by. Her gaze seemed to darken as she looked down again, her tail wrapping around her as if she wanted to disappear, run away from what was hiding within her. Tonight was different. Her voice was barely more than a whisper. Tonight it was angry. Very angry. The crowd of cats seemed to strain their ears to hear what she was saying. Angry at who? Frostbloom asked. Wildheart's paws seemed to be shaking as she slowly lifted her gaze to look out at the crowd of cats. You. cats started whispering among themselves urgently, clearly in distress. Sparrow noticed Frostbloom thinking. It was clear that the others were starting to take the ancient warriors more seriously. Even Skip seemed to look slightly taken aback. From what I've learned with my time speaking to the ancient warriors, they usually have a goal, something that they want. Frostbloom spoke, her voice breaking through the murmurs. Maybe helping this warrior of yours will end up helping all the wildcats. Sparrow's ears perked. It wasn't a bad idea. The ancient warriors were angry with the wildcats that were using their territory, but maybe if they helped one of their own, they'd be a bit more reasonable about them living here. They could catch 2 prey with 1 leap. Let's say this is true. How do we help a ghost? Skip asked. Surprisingly level-headed, and a great question, Sparrow had to admit. They all instinctively looked towards Frostbloom. Even Wildheart seemed to understand something was up, and glanced at the she-cat. The silver medicine cat sat quietly. One could almost think the question hadn't bothered her at all, if it wasn't for the slight prickles in her fur. I don't know. Hello everyone, and welcome— oh my goodness gracious! Okay, Wildheart, hello to you. Hello everyone, and welcome back. I think I'll give Wildheart some space, my goodness. Welcome back to our Sims 3 Warrior Cats challenge, where quite a lot just happened. So we've gotten a little bit further in the plot. We now know that Wildheart sort of has this ancient warrior spirit within her. And she can't always control it, which is her biggest fear, because she knows that this spirit is quite aggressive. So there we go. Skip has caught a rat, and I will actually get to that in 2 seconds. Oh my gosh, he also caught 2 San Francisco snakes. Wonderful. Yeah, so we know a little bit more about Wildheart, and the cats are kind of thinking, you know, if the ancient warriors are so angry with us, how about we just help them with their missing spirit? Because they've been looking for this spirit. That's why they wanted Frostbloom to find the Heart of the Wild, aka Wildheart, because she actually is the host of this spirit. So maybe if we help them, maybe then, like the spirit come home, maybe then we will actually, you know, maybe they'll help us a little bit with the territory and allow us to live here as the wildcats. So we're gonna get into that more, but right now we'll just another San Francisco garter snake. My gosh! Oh, and there is actually a snake here he has to catch because we are in Serpent's Rock, or at Serpent's Rock, and this is actually very dangerous, you guys, because today we actually have a little bit of a challenge, or an event. We got a moderate event, and today's event is actually a 50% chance of losing each prey we've caught. So that means I'm gonna have to roll for the rat, and for the snake, we actually didn't lose either of them. We caught both, which is great. But that of course means it's a higher chance that we actually miss the snakes, which is not great. And this is actually the patrol from last episode. So I don't know if we're quite gonna have a patrol this episode. Moth caught 1 beetle. Oh, and I thought that was a chip bag, but it was not. Yeah, and on top of that, Frostbloom has actually done a great job, and Sunshine is feeling pretty darn healthy. She only has white cough for 1 day. And here comes Olive. Oh, Olive. I feel so bad for her. She lost like her crush. They were almost mates, and then she lost her mate, and then she lost her kit as well. I feel so bad for her. Okay, and you actually did catch that? And he rolled a 1, so he definitely caught that. He caught that easily. Okay. Sunshine has caught a ladybug, but have you actually? She has. Wow. We've somehow caught like every single one of the prey pieces that we have a 50% chance on. That's pretty darn funny. But let's put that down there. And you guys, I've noticed something. No, Shorttail, come on. Buddy, you gotta go home. You gotta go home, buddy. It's raining and everything. But you guys, I've noticed something absolutely terrible. Also, I don't think he's gonna end up mastering the hunting skill, gotta be honest. Shorttail has 1 day left until he is at the point where he can die of old age at any second. And that is terrible news. I feel... I don't know what I feel. This is the first time we've ever had a cat in either of our Warrior Cat series where we've actually gotten to the point where they die of old age. Shorttail, you better not... I mean, he has survived so many red assassin bugs. I really hope he survives this one last day before he actually will be the first cat to, very sadly so, die of old age. But at least it is of old age, which most of our warriors do not... well, cats in general. Most of our cats do not have that luxury. So that's always something. But he is really, really lonely. There we go. Finally, you're home. He wants to be best friends with Sunshine and Sparrow. He also, he wants to talk to Olive. And there we go. We did get a yellow portrait anyways. I was trying so hard, Shorttail. Come on. And he rolled a 57. Hold on, let's see. He is sick because he is an elder. 74. Wow, okay. That's actually a moderate sickness. A moderate... Oh, no! And it was an ailment, so he actually got restless leap fever. We love restless leap fever. What an annoying ailment to get. And he got it for 3 days, just like Turtle. Oh, I almost wrote Turtle instead. Whoops. Okay, restless sleep fever. Let's see. 10% chance of infection, which is a really, really high rate. Minus 15% on all rolls, except for the rolls that cannot get debuffs. And 75% sleep. First time waking up in the episode. Okay, so also I wanted you to like talk a little bit more to Olive. Maybe she's okay. She's hungry actually. She's eating right now. But I was thinking maybe these two could talk a little bit more, maybe. Have Shorttail pass on some last wisdom. Oh, Shorttail. That's so sad. He really wants to socialize and meet someone else. Oh. Maybe we should focus a bit on him today, just to have him, you know. He's so cute. He's so cute. And he never had any kids either. Oh, we'll never get his little short tail. That's so sad. I actually really wanted his little jubby tail, but because he was born with it, so it would be genetical. But unfortunately, we cannot. He didn't really have any romance times. he didn't click with anyone, so to speak. And like, also Sunshine has 1 season. Skip has like 1.5 season until they become elders. Like, cats are starting to get older, which feels so scary. But I do enjoy this time span, or like, yeah, timeline more. Wildheart actually wants to explore a little bit, it looks like. And Sparrow, you have a common cold, which means he cannot train. That's unfortunate. But he can probably teach Wildheart how to actually... Wildheart is so hecking pretty, by the way. She's so pretty. She has like gray on her and a really cool tail and a white little rump and just absolutely adorable cat. But yeah, I think we're gonna have her actually play Pounds. And then we're gonna pretend that, you know, she's learning from Sparrow how to actually hunt. Oh, wait, we're catching things. I completely forgot about today's challenge. Sunshine, that was you who caught that. Let's see. And for once, she did not catch it, so we gotta delete that. Oh my gosh. So he caught 2 more beetles. And he only actually caught the latter one. So there we go. Now you can go home. Oh, and Olive is actually... This is so cute. They're all just playing right now. That is actually such a cute, like, group photo, pretty much. Oh, that's adorable. I'm really happy Olive is having a good time as well. Oh, and she does actually want to learn the hunting skill. So let's have her do that. And I can actually imagine Wildheart being quite scared of fighting because of the spirit that she actually has within her. I can imagine that might be like quite a lot of bad feelings. Skip, are you coming home? He is. There he comes. Oh, and Frostbloom is playing with Sunshine, who is actually feeling a lot better. We finally have quite a good... like a good... Wait, our cats are quite healthy. That's what I'm trying to say. For once. They're all pretty darn healthy. And I think let's have Skip, actually. I think he was even gonna talk to Sparrow. But let's have him sniff Sparrow and possibly, because usually he just leaves the prey in the prey pile, but I think because it's a rat and because he is opening up ever so slightly, I believe it's just because they aren't being aggressive with each other that this bar is going down. But we're gonna sniff, and maybe even Skip is gonna socialize? Possibly be like, you know... and Wildheart is right here, like hunting and stuff, so maybe they're like interacting a little bit. Shorttail, are you feeling okay? He wants to nuzzle. Oh, that's so sad. Oh, and she's... Wildheart is leaping around down in the little puddles. Oh my gosh, what a leap! Look at that! Look at that leap! Oh my goodness gracious. She's so cute. I'm really gonna enjoy having her here, I think. She's such a fun character with all her, like, drama and conflicts. Okay, Sparrow, you're done. Come over here. And Frostbloom, let poor Shorttail nuzzle Olive. No. You nuzzle Olive, and Sparrow... you sniff and talk to Frostbloom, because you actually haven't talked to her since you got back, and you have some things that you need to give her, including a plasma bug, which is great. Was anyone tired here, by the way, that she was talking to? Not really, I mean, ever so slightly short-tailed, but nothing serious. He's gonna go eat. And those two are just talking. Sunshine, you are out hunting. I wonder if Sparrow... I mean, he's catching up with Frostbloom right now, but... Oh yeah, and then we have Moth as well. Moth wants to actually... Hold on. Moth wants to play with Wildheart. And the funny thing about these two, I imagine them both as like young cats, so I kind of gave them that age. But because of how they were like when they were made and the ages I put them on, they ended up being the exact same age. Which was not intentional, but I figured I might as well keep it. It's a little bit cute that they're just the same age. But she actually wants to play. So Moth wants to play... I mean, she definitely wants to learn the fighting skill, but I don't think that Wildheart would at all. So let's have them play Pounds. And then when they're done with that, let's have them goof around. Maybe these two can, you know... Neither of them really know anyone here. Moth kind of knows Sunshine, Frostbloom, Skip. She's actually heard of Shine. Oh, that's interesting. How does she have a relationship with her? That's interesting. And so far, Wildheart pretty much only knows Sparrow. So I think it'll be good for those two to get to know someone else. Oh, and the reunion! Oh, oh, of course Sunshine would. She's not hesitating at all to absolutely tackle her son in greeting. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't think... Poor Sparrow. I think Sunshine is just such a great mom. She's just always been there for her kids and stuff. And now they only have each other. Oh. It's so tragic. Okay, but we have actually almost finished up today. Today it went very fast. I think we will... You know, we do actually say that you should have a one patrol per day or per episode is kind of my rule. So let's see. Sparrow, I think you are actually gonna go over here with Moth and Wildheart. Take the younger cats. It's actually all the younger cats. Sparrow is a bit older than the other two. But not by a lot. He's like, yeah, a season older pretty much. It's really not a lot. He was like a young adult by the time that they were teenagers or so. So he's really not a lot older, but he does have more skill than both of them. A lot more, because he's obviously been a wildcat his entire life. Whereas they have not, especially Wildheart, who has just gotten here. She already has hunting level 2 though, so she's doing great. Let's see, stalk for prey, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think you can just, actually you need to pee apparently, so go do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And Wildheart, you get the honors of scratching. And apparently also catching a shrew. And then you can hunt a little bit as well. There we go. Frostbloom. Let's see. Frostbloom is playing with who? Olive, it looks like. Oh, and Sunshine is sleeping in the nursery. And we've actually, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but like, okay. I just want to say like this, with the light and stuff shimmering down here, it's just so pretty in the nursery. I really, really like this camp. And we haven't even like built the apprentices den, the warriors den, elders den, leaders den. Like we haven't built any of it. It's gonna be really, really fun seeing the camp just slowly improve. You're not going all the way over to that place and sleeping. You know what? You can sleep right here. Moth didn't catch anything. That's unfortunate. She actually wants to... She wants to meet a pet, but you just did with Wildheart, so... there's a random rat here, so you can try to catch that as well. Sparrow, what are you hunting? A ladybug. And he caught it. Oh, whoops. I haven't reset the generators. He did actually catch it, so good for him. Moth, that is also a ladybug. Wonderful. They all seem to be doing pretty good out here. We're not seeing any cats run by. I don't think so. Not around this area, at least. Yeah, it looks pretty safe here. Oh, and Wildheart is gonna go for the shrew. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that's true. It's so cute. Oh, it's so cute. That is actually really, really cute. What an adorable little thing. I do quite apologize. She actually wants to catch a beetle. Interesting. Okay, Moth caught her ladybug. But she rolled not to keep it, unfortunately. So we're gonna not keep that one. We've been surprisingly lucky, though, so far. Are all the older cats just sleeping, including... Yep, they're all sleeping. Oh, and Wildheart caught the shrew, wow. And she even gets to keep it. Wow, Wildheart! And now she wants to be level 4. She wants to guard the home, survey the land. Wow. Well then. Wildheart seems to have taken quite quickly to the wild, ironically. Well, that's good for her. Good for her. And I bet you her ancient warrior spirit is also slightly more at ease now that she's actually in the forest. Especially... Oh, and she's a hunter. Well then, that didn't take long, did it? But especially since she's also... like, that was the spirit's old territory. Moth, you actually lost that one as well. Poor Moth is not having a great time. That's unfortunate. Well, I think, Moth, you can actually just catch the rat. And Sparrow, when you're done, you'll be done. And same goes for Wildheart. And you did not catch this. Neither did Wildheart, clearly. Okay, so let's have you sniff each other, just because the episode is starting to get a bit long, and I want them to be back home before we end the episode, so we're ready for a new... So we are ready for a new patrol next episode. Also, Sparrow, did you just think about Turtle? Oh, that is the saddest thing I've ever seen. Oh, Moth attempted to catch a rat but got scared. Poor Moth truly is a scaredy cat. Oh no! Moth! You got scared? She is actually scared of thunderpaths, so maybe being this close to like a two-leg path is making her a little bit on edge. Because they do actually see the thunderpath from here, even if this wasn't the game, like Sims. They would still see it because of how, like, out on the open... It's so open here, they can see pretty far, so... Maybe that's what's scaring her a bit. Well, there we go. So I think with all the older cats sleeping, napping, including Olive, which, I mean, fair. She's not... Oh my gosh. Yeah, she's not that old. Neither is Frostbloom. But she's actually, like... she's older than I thought. Oh my gosh, no! I feel like it was just yesterday we had, like, Olive as the young little cat. Wildheart, you actually caught a shrew, so let's have you go over to... I think, actually, Frostbloom has so many rodents at the moment that... And I mean, of course, Sparrow would know, because they just talked and stuff. So I think he would just tell Wildheart to, you know, just leave it there for now. And she's gonna go guard the object. That's great. But yeah, I think... For now, we will leave this episode here, and I hope you guys enjoyed. With that being said, I'll see you guys next time. Oh, and there goes Skip. Bye-bye.